Coming up on Agweek TV, we'll meet two turkeys heading to Washington, D.C. for the National Thanksgiving event.
I'm Michelle Rook. What tops the policy agenda for farm groups as we round out 2017? I'll have the answer coming up.
Year-end financial management is so important for egg producers. Stay tuned to learn more.
Welcome to Agweek TV. I'm Shauna Olson. Every year for the past 69 years, turkeys have been brought to Washington, D.C. for the annual National Thanksgiving Turkey Presentation. It's a long-standing tradition which gives the president a chance to reflect publicly on the meaning of Thanksgiving and kick off the unofficial start to the holiday season. This year, the people responsible for bringing the birds to the White House are in Alexandria, Minnesota. We visited with them this week to talk turkey.
It is all about the turkeys.
Meet the presidential turkey flock. Carl and Charlene Wittenberg are raising them. They know turkeys.
Charlene and I both grew up in turkey families. Charlene is a third-generation turkey grower from Roseau County. I'm a second-generation grower from Richland County in North Dakota. Wymer is home, and Charlene and I currently operate the home farm in Wymer, North Dakota, where we grow about 100,000 turkeys annually.
This year, Carl is the chairman of the National Turkey Federation, and with that, he's responsible for supplying the turkeys for the National Thanksgiving Turkey Presentation at the White House.
It's a great honor.
So they started raising this special flock here in June.
We've nicknamed it the Presidential Suite.
They began with 80 poults, raising them to be extra tame.
Raising them with the 4-H girls, and they've been helping us to get them used to being around people, around cameras, around a noise, anything that would kind of startle them.
They really do like music. Charlene had this Foreigner song, Hot Blooded on Rock, and they gobbled to no end.
No! Eventually, two turkeys from this flock will take center stage, and they need to be able to stay relaxed in the spotlight. Over the past several months, in order to be prepared, the turkeys have been handled a lot.
Charlene's been fantastic about the last month, so she's been in here daily working through the flock to find who are the most relaxed and comfortable.
It's been a hard process because, I mean, we've had so much fun with the birds, and so we know that we have to eliminate, we know we have to get down to 2.
In the end, it boils down to showmanship.
So what we look for is the temperament of the turkey. So it has to stand on a table for at least up to 5 minutes. And then does it strut and show its characteristics.
And this is one?
That's Ty.
The two hand-selected birds have been nicknamed Bo and Ty, or Bow Tie. The birds and the Wittenbergs will be on the White House lawn this week.
We're representing our industry and our families. So it's a privilege.
You guys look so good up there. The first national turkey was presented to President Truman in 1947. In 1989, President George H.W. Bush began the tradition of pardoning the turkey. It's been nearly a year since the new administration took office, but after a laundry list of promises, including health care reform and infrastructure improvements, they have very few wins to show farmers. So what can Congress and the administration get done by the end of the year to benefit ag? Michelle Rook asked some Washington insiders.
As we wrap up 2017, tax reform and trade are the top policy priorities farm groups and farmers say they're focused on. An ongoing priority is trade, with threats of withdrawal from NAFTA as the renegotiation continues.
We don't want to see a NAFTA withdrawal. That would have a devastating impact on commodity prices. You know, we export about $40 billion a year in agricultural products to our neighbors in Canada and Mexico.
However, Ag Secretary Sonny Perdue says his statement about a NAFTA contingency plan was premature.
If NAFTA was not successful, then it's going to be pretty damaging to our commodities, already low commodity prices. So I like to be prepared, and that was my thinking out loud.
Also in queue is tax reform, with most groups favoring elimination of the death tax, stepped-up basis, like-kind exchanges, and cash accounting. But there are some concerns with the current proposals.
We understand that in the House bill,
anybody who has gross receipts of over $25 million would no longer be able to deduct their interest expense.
Losses can currently be carried back, right, up to 5 years. The elimination of that in this proposal really limits farmers' options.
There's also criticism the House bill adds to the deficit, and it's still uncertain if Congress can pass the measure by year end. I'm Sherbrooke reporting for Agweek.
American Crystal Sugar Company is projecting a stronger initial payment for the 2017 crop than they made last year. Outgoing board chairman Robert Green, who farms near St. Thomas, North Dakota, wouldn't confirm reports that the company is projecting $46 per ton for the 2017 crop, minus $4 per ton for unit retains. That would be about $4 a ton higher than last year. Green says 2016 was a challenging year, and he feels they're lucky the crop came out as well as it did. And he says things are looking even sweeter for 2017.
We just turned in a lot better sugar content, the 2017 crop. It wasn't a record tons per acre crop, but it was a record total tons because we had so few abandoned acres from disease. It was a very low disease year. We are optimistic that with the better sugar content this year, that's reflected in the price, and it's commensurately higher. So it's looking good.
The co-op board chose not to leave any beets in the field, so Green is hoping the weather stays cold enough to keep them all frozen until they can be processed. The co-op also made history this year by electing the first female factory district board member. Cindy Paulskamp of Hillsboro was elected as one of 3 directors to represent the Hillsboro Factory District. A new film takes on the controversial topic of the safety of GMO foods. We'll take you to a local showing of food evolution, up next on Agweek TV. Attention farmers and ag dealers, it's the 47th Annual Northern Ag Expo at the Fargo Dome, Tuesday and Wednesday, November 28th and 29th. Admission is free to the region's crop production showcase. View over 200 company crop production exhibits, learn about the latest technology offered, and attend the region's most timely production update seminars. Complete seminar schedule and speakers in Agweek magazine or at ndag.org. See you at the Northern Ag Expo, November 28th and 29th at the Fargo Dome.
A lot can change in 75 years, but at Home of Economy, we'll always believe holidays are a time best spent with family. Bob and Jean Keesaw knew this when they founded our company back in 1939. And so today, the tradition continues. That with grateful hearts, we close our doors Thanksgiving Day, so our entire staff may celebrate this honored American holiday with those they love. We'll reopen at 8 a.m. Friday with great specials and, as always, our guaranteed lowest price. Until then, happy Thanksgiving.
At Superior Grain Equipment, we're committed to quality and service, offering you the best in grain storage and dryers for any size operation. Our experts will work with you to determine the most efficient and economical storage solution for your needs. We help protect your bottom line and your future with the industry's best bins and warranties. Make the superior choice for protection today and tomorrow with Superior Grain Equipment.
Introducing the new Challenger 1000 series, tractors unlike any other manufactured by AGCO. Redefining what a wheel tractor is capable of when it comes to wheel slip, power to ground, and fuel economy. Today, it's not enough just to be tough. You've got to be smarter than everyone else, too. Contact your Challenger dealer today to get in the seat of the new Challenger 1000. Superior engineering, superior performance, superior productivity. The next generation of tractors from your Challenger dealer.
Make every minute of the growing season count. Schedule your equipment for a genuine Case IH parts and service uptime inspection at Titan Machinery. Our professional service technicians have the training and experience to pinpoint and repair problems before they have a chance to shut you down during the season. Avoid the high cost of in-season downtime. Give yourself the peace of mind knowing your equipment is ready to work. Schedule your equipment today by going to uptime18.com or calling your local Titan Machinery dealer. That's Titan Machinery, providing you with genuine Case IH parts and service.
A big turnout at the Fargo Theater recently as Common Ground North Dakota sponsored a documentary about food and, for some, fears that go along with it. The film focuses on the controversy over genetically modified food.
The survival of our species has always depended on advances in agriculture.
The film Food Evolution is about how misinformation can overwhelm objective analysis. It brings up questions about how we ensure our food supply is safe and how we feed the world while protecting the planet. It also talks about GMO foods and if they are safe.
We didn't have like a specific invitation list or anything like that. We just wanted people to come and enjoy themselves.
Val Wagner is the coordinator for Common Ground North Dakota. She says the film is a way to get conversations started about food and give people the ability to be heard.
What are we doing to get the scientists to come up with the best information possible?
More than 100 people attended the film, which was free and open to the public.
I was so impressed not only with people that I knew were part of the agriculture community, but also people who, may not be familiar with agriculture were here. So it was just great to see such an eclectic crowd.
Scientifically, it's been proven solid.
Robert Farabee is a farmer and rancher from Halliday, North Dakota. He made the trek to Fargo to watch the film.
I wanted to see the other side of the coin, because if we don't see who we're growing food for, it's very difficult to grow food for that person. And although we don't eat everything on our farm, I'm not scared to eat anything on our farm.
Eric Jacobson lives in Fargo. He says the event had a pro-ag and pro-GMO feel.
I thought everything was exhibited in a very scientific and fact-based way. I have a kind of a unique perspective. So I grew up on a farm, but I work in medical research now. And I think a big thing that the anti-GMO side might miss is that with GMOs, you still need to use the pesticides, but without GMOs, you're using more pesticides and more harmful pesticides.
The film was followed by a Q&A session with panelists made up of farmers and ag scientists from NDSU.
My hope is that tonight we were able to make some connections so that people, if they continue to have more questions, they know who they can go to.
Many things have changed in agriculture over the years, including the importance of tax management for ag producers. For nearly 3 decades, NDSU Extension and the IRS have put on an end-of-the-year tax planning workshop. As Jonathan Knutson reports, the event has evolved over the years as taxes get more complicated.
Good tax management is an essential part of farming. We're here at an annual workshop that helps farmers and ranchers do a better job.
I want to learn about the new finance laws, tax management, help a farmer facilitate in his management, pay his taxes on time, reduce his tax liability.
Ag lending is part of Jeff Park's job. Tax laws keep changing, so it's important to keep up, and he wants to get an early start.
You have to plan ahead, so you don't want to get where you maybe owe more tax than you really need to. There's a lot of financial management involved in farming where you can reduce your tax liability.
This 27-year-old event once was mainly for farmers and ranchers, but taxes keep getting more complicated and fewer producers do their own. Now, tax preparers and ag lenders account for most attendees. In Grand Forks, I'm Jonathan Knutson for Agweek.
It feels like a winter wind blew in this week. Your agri-weather forecast is next. And later, we'll take you to a successful horse sale.
I'm 120, 130, 130, 55, once around the block, 212, 5 right here, now having time's up. So
if you're thinking about selling a piece of land, or you're looking to sell some farm equipment, or if you're thinking about a retirement or involved in an estate, give us a call. We'll sit down and tell you all about the Steffes way. We think it's a good way. That's how we approach it. If any of those are in your plans, give us a call or go to steffesgroup.com. Learn all about us. Hope to hear from you.
Total Ag Industries is the leader in total control. The future of ceramic nozzle technology is here today with the Total Ag Air Induction Turbo Nozzle, the only ceramic triple spray nozzle on the market. Works with all sprayers for better weed control and wheel tracks. They could be the last spray nozzles you'll ever need.
I'm really impressed with them. It just amazes me how they work so well.
Contact Total Ag by phone or visit totalag.com.
BotLink helps you quickly capture drone data, distribute it to trade tools, and respond to changing conditions in real time. Capture, process, and inspect aerial imagery from your fields to fix potential issues like flooding, nutrient deficiencies, or insect damage. Easily upload drone imagery to our cloud-based software to create valuable, high-definition maps that will help save you time and make smarter business decisions to save you money.
Luckin Trucks and Parts sells quality used parts for all makes and models. With over 50 acres of trucks and parts and new inventory arriving daily. Family owned and operated since 1966, Luckin's specializes in the sale of quality used medium to heavy duty truck parts as well as pre-owned trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. If it's on a truck, we got it. Call us today and let us get you your part.
Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley source for Batco. Mayo Manufacturing, your Red River Valley Batco dealer.
Weather portion of Ag Week now with one of the more complicated forecasts I've looked at for a time that may have some relatively long-term implications about at least the start of the winter season. Well, it is that, almost the start of December. And so far, we had some cold weather in early November across the northern plains, upper Midwest, but it's kind of moderated a bit. It's not that cold at the moment. And although we had a little bit of snow in the first half of November, a lot of that has melted. Most of that snow is up in northern North Dakota, northern Minnesota. Anyway, so we haven't really got a full start on winter yet. And part of that owes itself to the fact that the jet stream for the moment is kind of split into two parts, which makes it relatively weak. I don't expect it'll stay this way forever. There's been some cold weather, but that has shifted to the eastern part of the country. We'll start out the first part of the week with some rain in the eastern seaboard and then just generally cool weather. There will be some rains coming into California and the West Coast this week. That's substantial. This is the big question mark, though. By the middle of the week, is the jet stream, the southern branch of the jet, going to carve out a deep low down in the southern plains? Because if it does, there'll be some rainfall in Texas. It doesn't matter that much for precipitation anywhere, but if it doesn't happen, indications are the northern polar branch of the jet stream will dig much further south, and that'll send much colder temperatures and possibly eventually set itself up for snow, northern plains, Midwest, and eastern seaboard. So that really literally could change everything. So I don't have a lot of confidence in the forecast. What I do think, though, is there won't be a lot of precipitation this week anywhere, except from time to time along the west coast and a couple of times along the eastern part of the seaboard. Second week, now we're looking at the week after Thanksgiving. There will be a system of snow that will break off from the Pacific Northwest if the jet stream has dropped further south. Because the Texas-Mexico low doesn't form, I think whatever this turns out to be in terms of snow may come in a little further south. That bears watching. Cold weather will bring a lot of lake effect snow to the northeast, and there may be one or two snowstorms in that region of the country as well. And here's the temperature pattern, all right? Right now we're relatively mild. We'll go back to cool the early part of the week. Then depending on how that Texas low pressure area forms, we may be sort of cool northern plains, or it could become fairly cold. In any case, I do think the colder weather will gradually filter back in, especially as we head to the first week after Thanksgiving, when I do think there will be a definite downturn in temperatures across the northern plains, Great Lakes, and upper Midwest. Not necessarily all frigid, but definitely colder. There will be some favorable showers through central parts of Brazil, Argentina, favorably dry as springtime gets going there. And in Australia, La Nina means wetter weather for this winter season overall.
If you get right down to it, what's a farmer's job? Well, farmer's job is to feed people. Farmers collectively, our job is to feed the world. At Peterson Farm Seed, we get to have a little bit bigger picture right in our region. We get to help those farmers that we work with increase their productivity, increase the yields that they get on their farms, and as a result, more people can eat.
Upgrade your trailer to electric with the Rolltech electric system from AgriCover. Strong, flexible pivot arms and motor mount rotate and telescope, allowing the roll tube to rise and flex over heaped loads. The positive automatic lock is impossible to back off to control the flow of grain. This integrated system uses one wireless remote to operate up to 10 tarps and hoppers, keeping your driver out of the dust, rain, and harm's way. See the Rolltech system in action at an AgriCover dealer near you.
Micro Essentials is a unique product, so it makes it different than other products. It has 4 different nutrients: nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, which is 2 forms of sulfur, and zinc in every granule. The sulfate sulfur, we get the bulk of the use of it the first year. The elemental breaks down over time. It's a huge benefit for the grower. It's giving them the opportunity to get more nutrients in one.
This is Dennis Belizki reminding you that the indoor auction at the Alara Center will take place on November 27th. We're still adding items to the auction. If you have items to add to our list, contact our office at 701-757-4015. We still have room for your quality consignments. We always have a big auction. We always have a great crowd. All we need is some more equipment from you. Contact us, 701-757-4015, or find us at resourceauction.com.
Martinson Ag Risk Management offers a variety of crop marketing and crop insurance packages to our customers. With over 40 years of experience, our dedicated staff works hard to ensure you get the best advice on crop insurance, marketing, and risk management. Contact Randy or any of the staff at Martinson Ag Risk Management today at 701-205-4200 or visit us online at martinsonag.com. Agweek TV Soy Insight, brought to you by the North Dakota Soybean Council.
The North Dakota Soybean Council is looking for leaders to represent soybean growers across the state. Elections are coming up early next year, and they're looking for soybean farmers in Cass, Stutsman, Dickey, and Lemoore counties, along with a 13-county area in northwest North Dakota, to run for a leadership role on their board of directors. They're also looking for county representatives.
Every person who plants soybean or causes soybeans to be planted with the intent to harvest and have ownership is eligible to be a candidate. And we encourage you, if you are interested, to nominate yourself. And you can do that when your ballot or nomination form comes out. They'll be in a self-addressed envelope.
The process is a mail ballot. The nomination forms will go out in early January, and election ballots will be out in February. Once elected, representatives will play a big role in guiding the North Dakota soybean industry in areas of domestic and international marketing, research, transportation, and consumer awareness. The saddle horse market is staying strong as we head into the winter months. That's according to the most recent annual sale at Central Livestock in West Fargo. More than 150 horses went through the ring, and organizers say the sale went well and there was a good crowd on hand.
The horse market was real good for the saddle horse end of it. For the saddle horses we had, we sold the top 5 horses for $1,350 to $2,800. And for this time of year, I guess we felt that was pretty good. Spring market is usually better on the saddle horses. Way up market on the loose horses was a little bit lower this time of year because of the abundant supply coming to town.
Central Livestock holds 2 horse sales a year. The next one will be in the spring. Still ahead on our show, we want to tell you about some big honors for Agweek TV. Where do you go for the latest news in agriculture? Agweek Magazine. Reaching over 30,000 farmers and ranchers in North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Montana. Agweek provides the most up-to-date information on the markets, the trends, and the people who make it all happen. We're your source for news, not fluff. Dependable, trusted. Agweek. Subscribe today by calling 1-800-811-2580. We're excited to bring you the new Agweek app with useful features, the latest news and information. Get your Agweek news, weather, and the latest episodes of Agweek TV. Plus, see real-time information on the futures market and view local cash bids for your crops. Stay updated and take Agweek with you. Download the new Agweek app today.
BotLink helps you quickly capture drone data, distribute it to trade tools, and respond to changing conditions in real time. Capture, process, and inspect aerial imagery from your fields to fix potential issues like flooding, nutrient deficiencies, or insect damage. Easily upload drone imagery to our cloud-based software to create valuable, high-definition maps that will help save you time and make smarter business decisions to save you money.
TrueFlex Land Rollers. TrueFlex Land Rollers are designed with today's farmer in mind. With a 42-inch roller diameter, features include a heavy-duty hinge and wing lock, true roller overlap, 3-inch replaceable roller shafts, hydraulic wing steer, and more. As manufacturers, we can custom build to any size. For questions, call us toll-free or check us out online. TrueFlex Land Rollers, a division of Sprayflex.
Advanced biofuel for America's diesel engines is clean burning and made from renewable sources like soybean oil. Biodiesel fuel works in any diesel engine, reducing emissions, helping us breathe cleaner air. Biodiesel adds value to North Dakota soybeans, creating jobs, improving the environment, increasing our energy independence. Biodiesel, it starts with soybeans, it's fueling America.
American agri-women are working hard to call attention to agriculture. The group launched #AgDay365. Carolyn Zern is the president of Minnesota Agri-Women. She says it's their mission to make sure ag is thought of every day, not just on National Ag Day. She says every day they make sure to use social media to chat about ag.
We have this banner wherever we go to promote Ag Day is every day. And then whoever is there listening to what our project is about, we have them sign this banner and say something about agriculture. And you'd be surprised how people, they really don't know what to say sometimes. It's as easy as, I love farmers, or I like asparagus, because everything we do every day has to do with agriculture.
The Minnesota Agri-Women's Group has about 160 members. We have a little bragging to do here at Agweek TV. The National Association of Farm Broadcasting honored Agweek TV with 2 awards at its annual convention. Agweek TV received a first place award for video newscast and first place in video feature for a story I did on the McLeod, North Dakota tractor stampede. All of us at Agweek TV are grateful for the recognition, especially since we were up against some stiff national competition. We're proud of how the show has grown from a seed in just 3 years. It can now be seen in the Dakotas, parts of Minnesota, Montana, Iowa, Nebraska, and all across Canada. We'd like to thank all of you who let us tell your stories and who keep watching every week. This week's photo of the week comes from Josh and Trish Fink of Lair, North Dakota. It's a good reaction shot of their son Corby getting to know their cows. If you want to see your ag photo on our show, email it along with a description to photos@agweek.com. Thanks for watching this week's edition of Agweek TV. Remember, for all your ag news, go to agweek.com and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. See you next week.